But I usually don't on Mondays. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Messy Monday. And hey, we have another girl here, which is really cool. And we have a new friend with us today, and we'll be talking to everyone in the room here. But so we're glad you're here. Let me get here to the comments here. Folks haven't come into the room yet, but I want to say on a personal note, my son was owning me yesterday and the little bots that he was building. So I had to come up with a bot today to compete. So here's my, give me the big screen here. I couldn't be undone and outdone by my kid, even though he's so much better than me. Here we go. There's my little bot with his little poor little eyes.
I'll allow it.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
You're in the ballpark. Jake still got you.
In the ballpark. Wait, I'm going to show you what he did, though. While there's my friend Seth Bland, so you can make super sad bot here because you can turn his eyes down. Anyway, so all right, this is what Jake built yesterday. If you didn't see it, he got the dots and he made chainsaw guy here.
Horrible.
It's super fun and insane guy with dynamite here. Really cool. But what he did was a couple more things. He made this. He took about 10 minutes to make this guy, I think. But it's got the face here and a very large brain up top. So there's that bot guy.
Is the brain removable?
Of course it is. And then here's his king of those little bot guys there. And this is Space Police. This is the police guy he made. It's pretty sweet.
I like
and he edited his. Oh, did you not edit it back? I'll show it later. All right, so that's enough about it. So I had to make one little bot to compete with my son killing me at the Lego thing. So that's all right. So how are you guys doing this evening?
Good. Good.
We'll all speak at once, apparently.
That's when you know you've arrived. It's in the title, Messy Monday.
That's right. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Rich. We need to find out what's going on in real estate today. So, man, what's going on?
Just waiting now. It's just a total waiting game for the closing to happen on this house, and then to pack everything up from the lovely hotel room, including the wife and the cat, and move it to Pennsylvania.
Rich, is whoever got you treating you well? Do we need to send an intervention or whatever? Are you okay? Did you lose your razor?
No. I'm just trying to keep the hair out of my eyes. There. Is that better?
I will say
though. Throw the picture up now.
I will say you got the glasses on, so there we go.
There you go.
Take me home.
My wife says that's wrong. No, stop.
To the place where I belong.
This would be what this
Pennsylvania.
Nailed it.
So went to the Lego store in Tyson's Saturday and bought my grandkids some stuff, and I managed to get a second vintage car. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Where are these new parts coming from?
I don't know.
Okay.
And you're on to fix that up. Okay. All right. So, Rich, we're glad that you are in transit to your new home. Look at all your Lego.
Goodness.
Yeah, we do need to talk about that car. I don't know how in the world that got through quality control with the surfboards falling off the side. But that's pretty interesting.
I think that double back tape will help. I got some today too.
Taping, so evil. Maddie, don't listen to these guys. None of those tape. Jake edited, by the way, his big Mac and put one of the little dot faces there in the head of it right there.
At least we're not gluing or otherwise modifying the brick. A little tape is like a sticker.
No, it's not. It's cheating. Anyway, Magnus, hello. How has your days been back in the States?
I'm glad to be back, and so shaking off some jet lag and doing a bit of building and thinking about my Lego plans for the year, and yeah, I'm all right.
Are you waking up at 4 a.m.?
No, because Europe is 6 hours ahead of us. It's actually easier to get up in the morning
Okay.
now that I'm back. The first few days I'm back from Europe because, the jet lag is much easier coming back from Europe than it is going to Europe for me.
Wait, I get up at 4 a.m. My bladder's 50 years old, so it gets up in the morning at 4. So
4:30, 4:45,
that's right.
5 o'clock.
7:30.
So
Yeah.
have you built on your?
3:30.
We haven't seen your Cobra thing lately. How is it going? Have you worked on it?
I haven't built anything new recently for it, but let's see. This is what it looks like now. It's,
Brad K, good to see you in the chat over there.
That's the big castle. One of the things I started doing, I need to build interiors at some point, but one of the things I started doing is building little, like you see this? This is like a little Cobra sigil. It's going to have, it's going to have like evil sigils on the outside, like there or something.
You could just build
great.
Sell those.
Interiors are really overrated. You don't need an interior.
Don't
Oh. Interiors are especially tricky if you're trying to build interiors with horizontal floors like a normal interior, but inside the building walls are not built horizontally. That's when interiors get really interesting.
When you were sitting in the airport and in quarantine, did you have any bolts of inspiration with all that free time?
A little bit. I built a castle, like a really small castle.
Oh, by the way, I built
Come on, man.
In my spare
I
time.
built this during a Womlog meeting just the other day. Yesterday, I think. Well, maybe it was Saturday. I forget. It's like
No, that was yesterday.
yesterday. So it's just, me messing around with castle ideas. Maybe I'll build it in miniature scale or some other scale, but me trying to get back into castle somehow.
That's
Castle.
awesome. That's always my favorite bit when somebody's on the show and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way," and amazing mock they forgot they built yesterday. Great, perfect, nice setup. No, that's really cool, man. I love it. I love the use the axle bricks to make the those windows. That's very cool.
That was a
Thank
good
you.
idea.
Does anyone else use like draft large builds in a much smaller scale? Like, is that like?
I don't do it, but I have got no talent.
You act like we build with a plan. I don't.
Well, I'm just wondering if anyone else does. I don't know. I don't usually do it, but it made sense for this at least. And if I don't build it in minifig scale, I got a little mini castle. That's cool.
The space guys
Well,
just
that
throw it at the
depends
wall.
on what you're talking about. I mean, every time I build something, it's a draft build until I've refined it enough to fit how I like it.
But
And that goes from
he's saying at a different scale entirely, I think.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
he built a mini version and then built the big. Usually, it's I build the big version and then maybe I try to build a mini version, later.
yeah. I'm with you there. No, I don't build small. I don't ever build a micro scale thing.
But you have a small parts room, or you did.
Well, I'm going to have a small parts area again. It'll be an area, just amorphous. From there to there, sort of.
Right
Meet me
now,
in the small
Jill,
parts
somewhere
area.
in Canada just went, what? I missed the joke. And so, all right. Speaking of missing the joke, Matt, how are you today?
I'm okay. It's been a week, so. But in Lego World, Lego Santa arrived on Saturday and Sunday. I got the modular arrived, the police station, which I'm sort of ho-hum about that, but I'm completist and I have all the other ones, so I had to buy it. And I'm really excited about the bouquet set and the bonsai, which arrived Sunday. So I usually I'm weird. I get sets and I set them on the shelf for like a month because I just like looking at them, and then I'll open it up and build it. But I'm going to start the bouquet tonight. Like, I'm going to wait. It just looks different than anything I've ever built before. There's new color parts in it. I want to see how all the stuff fits together. And I'm curious to see how stable it is. And so I'm just going to jump right in. I'm really looking forward to putting that thing together. It's not, I build buildings and I build some space in Star Wars and Lord of the Rings type stuff. And if you build a couple of sets, you kind of have a sense of like, okay, it's a spaceship. They're probably going to have a Technic base and they're going to use clips to make angles and all this kind of stuff. So you have like a rough idea of how it's probably going to work together. But with the bouquet, the flowers, I have no idea. And so I'm really curious to see how this all works out.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Hey, there's Jeff. Look, there's Jeff. There's Jeff. All right, it's just Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Hey, Brick Smith, I need to see some, no PDAs in this room. Thank you very much.
She kissed me. She kissed me.
That's not your fault. Anyway, yeah, Matt, what you're saying
Being
though,
sexy.
I think, Matt, the curiosity for me on that set, although when I showed it to my wife, she was all like, that's amazing. I would like for that to be in my house, which is really the first thing she's ever said that in 22 years of marriage about Lego. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that may be something I get and all that kind of stuff. But I'm with you. I want to see how it goes together more than anything else. I think, and maybe it's because I'm old, but that is basically the only motivation it is to get a new set for me is like, oh, I don't know how that's built. I want to see how that's built. And I can't just look up the instructions and see it and get that knowledge. I actually have to put it together. So that makes sense. I do want to get that set. I had the opportunity and should have the other day. So, but I didn't. But I will. Brick Smith, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I actually got stuff going on. I got a haul going up tomorrow. I had a call going up today. I got Harry Potter Lego and stuff in the car. And then what else happened? I bought some poly bags from the store today. I put them in my poly bag holder. Hang on. Texted me. All right, here we go. I got this one.
Nice.
Yeah, I got
Surf's up.
right. I got this one because Brittany stole the other one and took it to work. And then I could only find one of these, and I'm happy I finally got it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, those helmets are dope.
Yeah. So that's where we're at here. And what am I doing now? I'm building Harry Potter because it's the 16th. You damn right. I'm sorry, Chris. My bad.
Oh,
Hingle check. Hingle's here. Hingle. Everybody get your Hingle out. Here we go.
He's up there.
Maddie, we didn't give you all the notes on the show. Sorry. This is normal behavior. Just stick with us. Please don't leave. Anyway.
I won't leave yet.
we're not having seizures.
Don't leave yet.
There's no.
All right. So Brick's 16 days away from retiring, right?
Yeah, 16 days, man. Just a little over 2 weeks. So, yeah, what else? So Grop is in this set, which is the big guy. It's the this will be the 4th out of 5 that I own now. So, and Brick Jams, he got us 2 of the same sets, so Brittany could have the set, and then I could have my Grop. So all the other stuff's going to go to her. Here, have your Harry Potter. Give me the Grop.
So define Grop for those.
Okay, it's this big. It's Hagrid's half brother. Spoilers. He eats her. No.
All right.
I'm getting excited about this taco meat right here. Listen, this fur on that chest. But anyway, yeah. What else?
It'll put hair in your chest.
That's it. 16 days, everybody. I'm so excited. Woo! I was done. Homer's my spirit animal.
That's right. Jeff, since you just joined us, Jeff, what is going on?
Oh, sorry.
I got one of my Bricklink orders today, so that was exciting. I built this, so
Yes.
yep. This was kind of neat. Nice little throwback. Besides that, I've been doing husband stuff and playing Cyberpunk, so not a whole lot, just kind of existing.
Are those the same? Like, do those fields overlap, cyberpunking and husbanding, or
Sometimes when she plays, I will help her in parts of it, and when I play, she's usually backseat gaming for me. So
Oh, ain't nothing better than a backseat gamer. Love it.
Yep. So that goes on a lot in our house, which is fine. That's just how we've always been. So
You're gonna
I'm
die.
not being serious. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it.
no.
Your energy levels getting low. You better recharge.
Tomorrow we are taking apart this room and we are rearranging everything in it. So
wow,
looking forward to that. It's been a long time coming there's just crap everywhere. So I need to
You
fix
gonna have a
it.
small parts room?
What was that?
You gonna have a small parts room?
No. But gotta figure it out. My collection's all over the place. Like bits and pieces are everywhere, so it's driving me crazy. None of it's really organized, and it's really kind of stopping the creative flow level, as it were. So I want to fix that.
So, Jeff, number one, I want to compliment you on the cascading insult to me as you were leaving your stream the other day. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
It made me want to go see my cardiologist. But anyway, number two,
Good job.
I will now, that set that you just had is one of my favorites by far, by absolute. Except it doesn't have engines on it.
No, it doesn't. Well, I mean, no, it doesn't.
No, that,
It doesn't have engines on it.
No, it doesn't.
They just launch it from a spaceship and then careens on down, and then it'll just float.
one more thing.
I don't know what this means, but I'm just going to
Sand green sausage.
Go see a doctor.
This is a family program.
I think the meat has turned.
This happens on occasion, yes. Anyway, so
Usually not this early though.
no,
My bad.
it's going to be a bumpy road. Anyway, let's go to Miss Pink Wheels and Miss Teal Wheels. How are y'all doing today?
Well, I am officially COVID free.
Woo!
Never had it, got exposed, but got to do the due diligence. So my momcation had ended at 8 days.
Wow.
Now it's 8 days. Did you like my 8-day momcation in the basement?
That's a trick question, Natalie. Don't answer it.
Hey,
There's
Dad's
no-
not listening, so you can tell us the truth.
So we haven't done much. I haven't really worked on Diagon Alley because I've been trying to spend some more time not doing Lego because that's all I was doing other than working was doing Lego. So, but Natalie has decided that she wants to build a city, but this city is going to be a friends-only city. So we are working on friend stuff. She has a few sets, but we have a lot of bulk friends that we just kind of sat on because we didn't know if she liked it or not. We forgot about it. So we are resuscitating all of this old bulk friend stuff we had from, I think we bought, actually, I remember we bought this when you were 5 years old. We found someone selling bulk friend sets. And I don't think all the pieces are there, but she's asked me to reinvent some of them. Like, because there's, how many yellow buildings are in Friends? There's a lot of yellow buildings. So.
A lot of belly,
Yes.
So we're gonna kind of mix it up, put some frenzy type buildings. I'm currently working on a flower shop with an apartment on top
Nice.
to fill out her. And I took the stables? Took two of the stables and I made it into like a Spanish style apartment building. Small, very small apartment. Yeah. Just trying to see what we can do, making more buildings for her.
Your burgeoning Instagram followers are going to wonder what's happened to you because your productivity has come to a halt.
Oh,
It happens. I mean, work is busy, and when work's like that, I didn't get any building done last week. One time I was back at work in the basement. Yeah.
So here's the question. When you emerged from the COVID basement into the rest of the house, how good of a job did Brian do? Or were you like, what has happened?
Oh no, the house was spotless. The kitchen was spotless. The kitchen was pretty clean.
So Brian's making me look bad. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah. He was a man on a mission. He was all like, we got to keep it clean now.
I retract the question. Never mind.
Sorry.
He does not want to know the answer.
Expectations were not met in this situation.
Chris, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, sir.
I get it. It was my risk, so
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
that's cool.
Actually, Brian's a little bit of a neat freak when it comes to the kitchen. So
Cool. All right, that's a good deal. Well, hopefully we'll revisit because we'll probably be talking about some of your mocks here in a bit as we get talking. So we'd love to see your progress on a few. But let's that is correct, Mr. Hinkle. That is absolutely correct. So I wanted to feel better about myself, but now I feel worse. So let's go to Mr. Stanlin. Mark, how you doing today, man?
I am doing okay. A good friend of mine gave me collectible minifigures for Christmas, so I made a. Sorry.
Oh my!
No, no.
This is not the collectible minifigures. Sorry about that.
Oh. The funny thing is, he can add himself back. I'm pretty sure, but I take it back. But anyway, continue,
No.
please.
I made the Crapulon
I love it. It's amazing.
humanoids. Humanoids are so strange.
Does it come with a tangy cocktail sauce?
that
Yes.
is officially the best thing ever of 2021.
Yes.
So
He
bad.
makes his own sauce. That's how he's in the soup.
Tartar sauce.
Making his own
that
sauce.
was, oh my.
It is the best thing in 2021, although you haven't had a lot to compete with yet.
So yeah, at first I had just sort of stuck the this is the firefighter gear that I had put on there, and then when I added the visor, it made it look like he was sitting in a little bowl of water, which I really like that look. So I felt like that really worked. So anyway,
it worked really well.
once I put this little guy together, I decided that he needed something to travel in. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to seat him in his vehicle.
Take your time.
Bears.
We're not losing tens of viewers as we speak. So.
So I give you the Crabulon vessel.
Is it extra crispy?
Crabulon.
It's much better almost in person than it is on Instagram.
Thank you, humanoids. So here he is in his little vessel with his controls and everything in there. So he's got a shell. He's got his lasers. Pew, pew, pew.
Now, is he by himself because he's shellfish?
Oh, dad joke.
Oh, 25 credits for Bricksmith.
Appreciate that.
And that is the best thing of 2021 thus far.
Yeah.
I love
Now
that.
it is.
Yeah.
I'll pay
I
you
think
later,
my
don't
favorite
worry.
part is the little hint of gearing that's coming out of the shell. I love that little.
I like thrusters on the back.
Yeah, he's got his. So I made it so that he can tuck the legs up and kind of, it's sort of like a spaceship as well as a mech. So you kind of pull the legs up and sort of,
Exo thrusters.
he can blast off. He can fly around in his Crabulonium. So yeah, I got the little greaves tucked in there. I got some tucked in the top of the shell. Right there. A little bit of stuff. Pew, pew. So it was a lot of fun. I spent most of Sunday working on this, and it was a fun project to spend a Sunday working on. So
It's cool. Oh, you got a little crab emoji there from Brad K. So
nice. Thank you, humanoid.
very cool. Very,
Oh,
very
this one's dirty. Mark's got crabs.
In all the best ways.
Just a really
Speaking
big
of,
one.
Adrian is here.
What the freak?
Hey,
We
Adrian.
already went PG. We went over PG-13, and Adrian could not stand it anymore. He wanted to join into the fun. So, welcome, Adrian. How you doing, man?
I am settling into my new basement cave domain, which probably gets a really good echo down here. But
Just start building stuff. The echo will go away.
well, here, yeah, I got a lot of space to fill. So let me show you. So I'm
Space!
Space.
and well, yeah, space. I mean, there's my Madison Stapleton original oil painting right there.
Oh, that's nice.
But we've got all this room. For,
Oh.
My focus kind of got a little screwy there, but
Wow, that's a lot of space.
so there's a.
Yeah.
So it's completely
It's
empty
Homer.
right now, except for a little bit of furniture, and I got my desk, my computer. I got a couple of shelves around the corner on the other side of the stairs, and yeah, I'm gonna start moving the Lego in soon.
So wait, where is the Lego now?
There is a behind this door, and on the other side of this wall, there is a storage area, and my Lego is back there.
Oh.
So while we were getting this whole basement area refinished, we were doing new paint, fixing the drywall, putting in new carpeting. We did all that stuff down here. So all the Lego is stuffed into the storage room around the corner, and it's kind of terrifying how much there is.
I understand. I understand well.
Well, considering you and Rich probably have more than all the rest of us put together times 6. You know,
What is that?
it's good to have you. I'm glad you've landed in your new spot. Your new space looks great.
Yeah, it's gonna look once I get all the bricks in here and get some new build tables, I'll actually finally get to start building something. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. So we have a new guest. Have I been to everybody? I think I've hit everybody yet, except for our new guest. Thanks to Brick Blaze on his channel, we got to meet this new friend, and we invited her onto the show so we could at least say we at one time had 2 girls at our party. So this is our friend Maddie. Tell us about yourself. Tell us where people can find you and see your creations and things like that.
So I'm trying to reactivate my Instagram. I'm on Instagram and TikTok at the moment under.
Did you get knocked off of Instagram?
No, I just got a little too involved with the TikTok, so I was neglecting that for a while.
I like how she personifies the TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
She is an old soul. I want you to know. So,
but you guys can find me on there. TikTok. I don't have very many followers on any of those things because I recently rediscovered the Lego passion in the last 10 months. It's been a rocky ride because of the pandemic. I was living in China and came home because of the coronavirus. And, I'm at my parents' house, and what was in the basement? Our old Lego. And what else was in the basement? The Lego that my cousins didn't want. So there was bags and bags of like Star Wars, Harry Potter, you name it, in garbage bags, like they were going to throw it away. And so I sat there and just like went through. Yeah, I went through all of it. And I'm still organizing it to this day. I don't know if you can see, there's these boxes over there.
Yeah, serious crying emoji.
That I'm still trying to sort through. And during that time, I've been buying new Lego, which makes me feel bad for the environment, but I love it.
Nah, I don't care.
Don't feel too bad. You'll just keep it sequestered so that the carbon footprint is all in the Lego and doesn't go back into the environment again.
Yeah,
That's all.
Do you guys know this fact that there are like 4 or 5 Lego minifigures for every person in the world?
Yes.
That would be almost true, except that I have 20 for me.
We're
Yeah.
blowing that average. Like, wait, are they assembled? Because if it's unassembled Lego man, then I'm really blowing that average.
it's a tree.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh, the third wiener.
But thanks for inviting me. I've been traveling around the blocks, I guess, trying to get myself out there. I've been working on a lot of like different kinds of mocks. I'm into building like modulars and stuff. Oh yeah, living in China during that outbreak. If you want to see a clip of that, you just have to YouTube. My local news channel in Cleveland did a little story on that. It's really embarrassing, but it wasn't bad. Everybody was in denial over it over there. So that's kind of what
I thought
happened.
denial was in Egypt.
Denial.
Denial.
All right, Dad
So what's your
jokes.
Instagram handle, Maddie?
That's two dad jokes, buddy. 3 and you're out. Okay.
What's your Instagram, Matt? What's your Instagram handle?
It's Bricken, like what I have underneath my name, and then there's an underscore, and then Matt. That's how you can find me there. Not very many
Freaking
posts,
mad.
and I thought I was being clever by like having this minifig as me and being like, I'm in Brickland and here I am. But then I grew out of that. So I grew out of that in a month. Mind you, I've only been doing this for like 10 months. So it's like.
So, all right. So you said you grew up with brothers. Were they, hey, Brick Studio, good to see you. You grew up with brothers. So were they into Lego more than you were a kid?
Yes.
Or?
Oh, yes. I have 4 brothers, and, you know, for any occasion we would get a little Lego, or they would get a little Lego set. And it got to the point where my dad built them a special Lego table made out of like junk plywood. And there was like a lip like an inch high, so that way they wouldn't go on the floor. And my one brother, Andrew, like he would obsessively run down the stairs and just be like, Mom, take a picture of this. Mom, take a picture of this. Because back in the day, there was the Lego magazine, and in the centerfold was like featuring little kids' creations, you know. So he really wanted to be in the magazine. Yeah, and you know, growing up, they really didn't like me playing Lego with them. You know, Lego Masters, when the one pair where they were like, do you even know how to Lego? That's kind of like how they were with me. They were like, do you even know how to Lego? You're a girl, you know. And
It's a lie. It's a lie.
it kind of became twofold because of the pandemic and because of doing all this Lego. I was able to reintroduce them to it, and they got out of their dark age. And you know, I would find stuff at the thrift stores, and I would be like, "Look at this, guys!" And then it came to a point where they were like, "Can you sort out all of the Lego from our childhood and send it to us? Like, that's not yours, that's mine." You know, like those kinds of adult arguments. So
one question that I have. During your dark ages, you know, there's a lot of themes that came out. Have you been introduced to the glories that is Chima?
Chima? Oh, you mean like the
Chima theme?
The Chima theme? Well, that was all of the stuff that was kind of like in my cousin's stuff. It was like the Ninjago, Chima,
Ninjago.
Ninjago.
Chima is the anthropomorphic. The Chima is the anthropomorphic series. So like the people wear like animal heads costume for their heads.
Oh yeah, I have a whole container of those actually, and I don't know what to do with them.
Throw them in the trash.
Send them to me. I'll take them.
I made a parade section in their furries, so in my parade. So
that's
Yeah,
what I
there you
thought they were. I thought they were furries.
Now, their actual world where these people live and represent their tribe is whatever their tribe is. Eagles and crows and alligators and elephants.
Isn't there eagles and stuff? Because they have a whole bunch of these white eagle guys with an eagle head. I don't know.
They even have a skunk, don't they?
If you ever watched Thundercats as a child or as a younger person, and you look at Chima and you compare the two, they will be very, very similar, but totally different in every way. Not the same thing. It doesn't matter that this mystical power powers our equipment and everything else. We live in this giant fortress. Not the same. Totally different. Those guys
completely unique.
Like mutants, not mutants. Don't worry. It's fine.
Yeah.
I do have one question for you guys, and I pulled it out because I'm like, I don't know anything about this. This came from my family's collection. I basically gave everything back to my brothers, but there's one piece that I'm mystified about. It's a color-changing Lego piece. Have you seen this before?
Oh, yeah.
Color changes. So, like, where is this from, and why does it do that?
UFO.
Aliens thing?
Yeah.
It's UFO.
The UFO theme, yeah.
Because I have
Give
6
her a set number.
Okay, if we're talking about weird themes, I mean, she was weird, but to me, the life on Mars and the Bionicle were way weirder.
Oh.
We don't talk about Bionicle. We just pretend it doesn't exist.
The
Life
Bionicle.
on Mars. I mean, it looked like some sort of creepy Area 51 thing going on with some of those clear, dark green Martians that look creepy. It looks like an alien body. Like,
Oh, that's Chima right there. Is this
that's Shima.
That's the skunk.
That is the skunk.
That's crazy.
She's cute.
They made a video game and a cartoon out of Chima, so
How are you doing today?
yeah. I mean, if you're an aspiring writer and you create worlds, they made that. So I mean, go for it, folks. Just go for it.
Chima hat.
And Galador, good God.
Yeah,
Galador.
so somebody brought up Galador.
Oh.
All right, so you were in. So you picked up your brother's Lego and stuff like that and everything. And so what did you start building initially? You that's right, Nathan. Our friend Nathan. You, by the way, you should have an invite. You should hop on in here. We've got a spot for you. But so you started jumping in. You found your brothers and your cousins' Lego. What were some of the first things you built?
Well, I mean, let's back up before the pandemic, before all of that happened.
Sure.
I had always had some interest in Lego, and when I was living in Berlin, I decided I would buy the detective set. And I saw it at the Berlin Lego store, and I was like, I have to have this. I have to have it. I don't even Lego, but I have to have it. So I bought that, and I bought the Berlin architecture set and a 3-in-1 set all in one go. And I didn't know about VIP. And I remember the woman pressuring me in German, which, you know, can sound a little harsh. And she was like, you need to be VIP member. And I was like, no. I don't want to be a part of a rewards program. And now I regret it.
In German, she was like, "You must be in
You must sign up. You must give us all your information. Now, come on, Fräulein.
Everything. Yes. And I was like, no. It's okay. I'm only going to do this once.
Come, Fräulein. Give us your information.
Yeah, one. Yeah.
Okay, Christoph Waltz.
But after I rediscovered it, I was building like weird things. Like, I don't know. I built a cathedral. I took all the gray pieces, and my 2 brothers who were living with my parents at the time were like, why do you have all the gray pieces? That's not cool. Like, we're trying to build Star Wars and you're trying to build a church. And I'm like,
Only weird people work on cathedrals.
That's right. Really demented people.
Really demented, twisted people that we know.
Especially cathedrals that consume half of your dining room table.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. The whole dining room table.
See? It's contagious, isn't it?
And my dad was building too, so it was really funny. Like it was.
Matthew, you might have to take the camera downstairs.
Yeah, that might have
Okay.
to happen.
Is there a church
I'll
down
go
there?
downstairs.
There might be a
There's a-
structure down there that you. will
That's
find
what
pleasing
that's
to your
what we
eye.
were joking about. Is that Matthew literally has a cathedral on the table right now.
In fact, let's just go on the magic carpet ride right now. Here we go. There we go.
Put your hands up, and
Get
it's more fun.
seasick.
I can show you the world.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I was trying to do the little pictures on the side when I clicked the thing, and it put
I don't know.
instead of everybody else.
Hey,
I
would
see
give
it.
you, I would give you $10 if you drop the computer right now and let us see it fall. That would be amazing.
Hey, this is a work computer, so I could just be like, it was a work-related accident.
This feels like a music video about 1993. I don't know why.
Dun, 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 dun. Here, let me move the boxes.
Are we there yet?
We're there.
Okay.
Whoa.
I feel nauseous.
Whoa. Definitely was not at that skill level, but
That's okay.
Yeah,
You're warming up to it.
I
Give
had
yourself
followed
another
someone
10
else's,
months.
I followed
Another
someone
10.
else's instructions, so I didn't even design it. I just collected the 13,000 parts and put it together. But
oh my
Just give
god.
yourself another 10 months, Maddie, and you'll be all right.
another 10 months. I think I have that time available.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That was my COVID project. So yay, it's all done. And now,
Hooray for COVID. Wait, what?
now I don't know where I'm going.
COVID.
So
Now I don't
Matt,
know where I'm going to keep it.
Thank you, Matt, for showing that to
I
us.
love everybody talk all at once. It's great.
Now I don't have to do the Stairmaster today.
Yeah, sure, why not?
so Matt, you have asked yourself the question, now what? Right after you've built it, you look at it, you're like, well, now what?
Well, I found some instructions to an even larger version of Notre Dame Cathedral. And for 5 minutes, I was like, I'm going to do this. And then I was like, where would I keep 2 cathedrals in my house?
Without somebody else being upset. Like, you can't put it on your bed.
My
You could
parents are
sell
coming
your
in
house and move to a sort of commune shop in another state. That would work.
Yeah,
Wait
you
a
can
minute.
move to
Wait a
Pennsylvania.
minute.
You can move
There
to
is an unfinished
Pennsylvania.
basement.
All right.
You
So,
So
I was gonna say,
basically,
you
it
can
could
move-
just become cathedral storage. So,
Yeah, you can do that too.
So Maddie, so you've got the Lego out, you started building your first things, and
Mhm.
you're still getting some grief from your brothers and other things like that, correct?
Oh, yes, totally. My one brother, Andrew, who's a year younger, he likes to show off his builds to me, and he's that affirmation that he's doing a good job, right? This is why I said we would be good TV for Lego Masters, because he's the one who's like, you don't know how to Lego, blah, blah, blah. But it's okay. He did gift me his Lego Harry Potter set, which I've been trying to piece together. The very first one from 2001. I don't know. You guys know that one?
Never
Um,
heard of it.
You never heard of it. It's got like all these crazy hidden play features, but what kills me is the instruction manual with like the creepy Snape and creepy Dumbledore. Let me see if I can find
Sounds like a
it.
great band name, Creepy Dumbledore.
Yeah, creepy Dumbledore. But creepy Snape, he just pops up in a lot of places. My other brothers, like they all have their themes. Like one of them really likes Star Wars. My brother Andrew likes space. The other brother really likes classic ninja. You know, the classic ninja sets. And then my youngest brother, for Christmas one year, he got the Green Grocer, and I remember he was like 5 and he couldn't put it together, and so it took forever to put it together. But that's one of the only sets in my family that stayed together complete, because that's when everybody was phasing out of Lego, and my parents were like, that was really expensive, like let's keep it together. And
do you have
so
any idea what it's worth now?
Oh, I know what it's worth. And so when I went through the Lego in the family collection, I found the set in a grocery bag, and I was like, "What's this?" And I opened it up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So he gave that
treasure. Yes, I did.
Yeah, the money. He wants me to sell it though, and I was like, I don't want to sell it. Like, it's too cool. Like,
you can have a new car.
basically, yeah, I can have a junker for it. But I cleaned it, washed it, organized it, inventoried it, and looked for damage. The only damage that was on it is it's sun bleached on one side.
Oh.
Oh, might as well throw it away.
That is no good.
Yeah, throw it away. It's
Or,
no
or, ship it to me. That's fine.
All right, so
That is like a holy grail set for a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah, I'm thinking about rebuilding it. It's sitting under my desk right now. It's like just chilling
So
there.
would you be mad if I told you I had 2 or 3 of them?
Yes, don't tell us.
What set
Okay, I
is
won't
it?
say.
Who's got some flex tape? We need some flex
You
tape
got
right
no
now.
flex tape here. Hey, that's exclusive to the PBN Nation, okay?
Sorry, I can't. Yeah. I
Wait,
got-
it's like ATM machine.
What set is it?
Green
Yeah.
Grocer.
We
Green
go.
Grocer. I don't know the set number.
Oh, okay.
10185.
That's
Oh.
it.
If you look it up on Bricklink, it doesn't put numbers anymore. It just puts $ across there because
Oh, eBay, like there's sets that are on there that are listed on eBay used that like sold recently for like 700. $780 used.
That's crazy. All right. So, other than your brothers who are giving you grief about you being a girl and playing with Lego and stuff like that, what other have you and in Pink Wheels? I know you can jump in here and talk to us about it. How much grief have y'all gotten from other dude Lego fans that are do they treat you like, oh my gosh, you're a girl and you build, or you're like, oh my gosh, you're a girl and you build? I mean, how has the community reacted?
Can you do that again real quick?
What?
Nothing. I'm over here.
He's trying to set up a TikTok meme. Don't do it.
I haven't honestly gotten any grief. I have gotten people who have like messaged me about my fines and been like, you were ripped off, but I'm like, that was still a pretty good deal to me. Like, you're just jealous, you know? Yeah, actually one time this kid privately messaged me about, let me pull it out, my Lego business suitcase. I saw that Bricksmith had one too.
Oh, no. I'm next level. I got two.
Oh, I got two too, bro. You want to
Whatever. Hey, who let the girl in?
Yeah, well, he was like, you paid $20 for that, and I was like, it was filled with Lego. Also, like, can we go wrong here? And there was 2 sets from the 70s in it, so I was
paid
like,
$20 and it was empty, and I knew better.
That's on you, Justin.
Yeah, that's the only grief I've gotten.
Hey, hold it up again, Jeff. What? Jeff wants to play.
Oh, that's the blue baby.
Oh, I
I
want
love
the
it.
blue one.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
can't show you all mine because they're in storage.
If you can't prove it, they don't exist.
That's right.
You just wait, man. You just wait.
I'm waiting.
Just wait for 2 months from now.
Hey, what do you hold up for an empty flex, Bricksmith? What is there something? You have like an empty flex tape container, or
we need that Bugs Bunny gif where he makes the muscle and then his arm droops down and it's all floppy. That would be perfect.
So I just want to say that you didn't hear from me, but if you use this kind of tape right here and you put it on your surfboards, they.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm about to say we've gone from this to surfboard.
You didn't hear that from me though.
We didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I bet you didn't.
So anyway, so Meredith, I mean, I can't even remember how long you've been bricking in it and out and all that kind of stuff, but
I think my dark age ended probably in 2015, 2016. It was when Brian started sorting with what's his face, Eric.
yeah.
I got annoyed that he was there until like 1 a.m.
So you built with it.
And, I don't know. I'm an engineer. It was always kind of awkward at Georgia Tech. I mean, you know, Chris.
The ratio
at Georgia Tech. So I don't want to say, the awkwardness. I'm just like, yeah. But I don't think anyone's outright been ever really rude. But I kind of like, let's just say, the brick fairs I've been to, it's always been like, gotten a lot of, who built that? I'm standing right next to something, like, well, who built that? Or, where's the builder? And it's, hello. So, I mean, I think that's about it. I mean, I think, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I think like the younger Star Wars guys, I'm sure I'd be super embarrassing if I came over and said, hey, I'm going to put a Star Wars mock right next to you as like the grumpy mom in the room. But, it's more of, it's not necessarily the Lego people, in general. It's just people coming up at conventions and just working under the assumption that I'm there as what I would call the autocross days. Just the girlfriend or the wife coming to hang out. So.
Yeah, we've all had those autocross days. I'm
Here's a funny autocross story talking about the pink wheels, which I was talking about earlier. I went up to Kentucky to take my dad to an autocross because he's a car guy and he's never autocrossed. He's like, I've watched them, but I never went to one. So I take my car up there and I bring my extra set tires in the back seat. So we get to the site and I start, jacking my car up, changing the tires, and all these people come over and start talking to my dad, like, what's done to your car, this, that, and the other. And he's like, I don't know. It's her car. So.
All right. So then that begs the question, the assumption, how can we, as Lego builders and everything, help folks not make that assumption? I guess maybe that would be a good thing. Oh, look at there, Rick Smith and Matt have merged into. That was nice. How can what is something we can do to make that not happen, or
don't make assumptions. Just if you see a woman or anybody at a convention sitting by a table, just assume that person's involved.
Yeah, I think I would have to agree with Meredith. I don't know. I think that's difficult because I think that's something that I've seen in my brothers. Like, it's been kind of ingrained in their mentality, I guess, in a way. But just maybe starting with that conversation, like, hey, that's really cool, instead of just being like, who built that? Like, I don't know.
So I want to add in, because I'm a girl. No, hey, my wife has told me she occasionally will do a mock or a build, and like for the longest time when we first got in the community, I would get, "You did a great job, Rick Smith," even though her name was on it. So that happens far too much.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
I know that when I notice a build, I don't ask who built it. I usually say that's a great build, and then that's about it. I've stopped.
And a lot of people do. I have to say it's a majority of that. But there's I'd say about 25% of the people when I've been at conventions kind of, who built that,
There are people that still live 30 years in the past as opposed to 2021. So
what's wrong with that? No, I'm kidding.
And I don't think people are doing this to be rude or sexist. Right. I think it's just, unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's just they just assume. And to me, it's manage your own expectations. Don't assume.
Yep.
So
yeah,
all right,
I think that changes with more exposure to like the Lego Masters when you see that women build. So I think that since Lego Masters came just on the cusp of the COVID lockdowns, when we start looking at new adult fan of Lego conventions, you probably see a lot less of that kind of bias in general, I would think. So.
Especially with a lot of a lot of celebrities posting like, "Hey, I'm building Lego." And I mean,
yeah,
it's
male and female.
Ellen went on a binge apparently, and then you had Michelle Kwan was building stuff, but you also had David Beckham, and I can't remember the other dude's name, was building stuff. I think it's everyone can enjoy Lego.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, that was it.
Orlando Bloom as well, and Daniel Radcliffe.
Yep.
Who are they? I never heard of them.
Yeah.
Do you think Daniel Radcliffe gets a Harry Potter set and he's like, "Look at little me"?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know I would. Good. I'm glad you guys get that. Right.
But on the flip side, I tried to think Natalie. I remember Natalie, remember your Christmas party last year before COVID at school? Natalie's school is pretty social economically diverse, which is great. And then for her party, her teacher, I love all of her teachers, but last year teacher was just great. And she sent out an email. She's like, "I need help on activities for the Christmas party. Anybody have ideas? Any parents to shoot me back? Don't feel like you need to do something. We have plenty of drop off the cupcakes and the plates. That's fine. But if anyone has time or activity ideas," and I'm like, I found a few really small, 20 or 30 part builds of parts that I knew we could have. I think one was a penguin, and then one was a snowman, right? And I emailed her. I'm like, we have a lot of both. We have a lot of these parts. We can make 10 of each, 10 little kits of each, and print out instructions. And she's like, "Oh, that'd be great. You don't understand." She even keeps telling me "Oh, you're one of my best parents." Not to toot my own horn.
Best parent.
When we went in and we started working on them, I just assumed even if kids haven't had giant sets, all kids probably at the first grade level have had exposure to Lego.
Yeah.
And I was sorely mistaken.
Oh dear.
And there was just, I would say probably about half the kids there had never done a Lego set before. And that's sad. It's just, I truly wish that everyone could have that exposure, especially as a kid, because I think that's what builds the love. Because I had Legos as a kid, and I had my older brother, and he did not want to share his Blacktron Legos with me.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we didn't share, we had a hard time sharing those. But I kind of worry about that aspect of the Lego community, making sure that kids are getting exposed, so to speak. And maybe I'm going too off on a tangent, but it ain't cheap.
Well, so all right, let's jump to this and everything. I know when the Friends line came out, there were hey Sarah Starbrick, good to have you here. Alyssa here is here too. That's awesome. So when the Friends line came out, there was a lot of back and forth. The hobby is for everybody already. Why are we making special bricks? Or there was also complaints. Why are you making these quote unquote girl colors for us and everything? How did you feel about that? Or, is it a good thing? Or you're like, well, after all, it is a good thing? Or how does that work? Go ahead.
I thought that this was a great push to get Lego into the female market, right? Mm-hmm. What I didn't really appreciate was making the minifigures different from all the other minifigs, because then that kind of separates the two, right? And I know that Lego had a little bit of a run with Clickets. I'm old enough that I remember looking through the magazine and being like, oh, those are cool, I want those. But
they also had a girl city theme or down theme called Paradisa.
Well, I got to put it in here somewhere.
We all wondered why they just didn't do Paradisa 2.0.
Like a better.
I don't mind. I don't mind the pink and the yellows and the weird greens. But I'm all for that. Let's have some variety of color. But why couldn't you just stay with them?
She's got a girl flexing right there. Look at there. There you go.
I'll look at the price was from Kmart, $33.99.
Yeah,
and
the system Lego also had those buckets. I remember growing up seeing the pink bucket for the girls and then the blue, yellow, or red bucket. But then thinking to myself, why can't the girls have the same color as the boys? Why does it have to be pink? I don't like
because if the girls had the same color as the boys.
I couldn't get to there fast enough.
Now that I've put it away. Okay, hang on. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Paradisa, a poster.
Look at the pony. He's got a whip. Oh my gosh.
This is why, Maddie. This is why.
This is why you can't have nice things.
This is why right here, the Pink Bucket Nation would not exist without the pink buckets that I got my daughter when she was 7 years old.
Brick Smith, why does it say Pin Bucket Nation on the?
There's a sticker right there covering up the K.
Okay.
Clever.
But obviously, you can tell it's.
I have to admit, when I was just coming out of my dark age, because they started it in 2012?
Something like that.
Yeah, so it was about 2014. I'm like, what is this? And that's we still have a bunch of bulk. I do like the colors. And at first, I was really kind of, And then I remembered I had a pair. That was not my Paradisia set, but I had that poolside Paradise. That was my last Lego set as I had as a child, and I don't know what happened to it. And then I started reading about all the research Lego did about the mini doll. And they did a lot of sessions with children, both boys and girls, and about how they play with minifigs. And they, interviewed and did a lot of research into how kids play with the minifigs. And what came down to it is girls somehow didn't like the minifig. They just didn't think it was as realistic as boys did in their research. Granted, it's Lego doing this research, but they were really trying to make sure they were going to make this a success. So they put a lot of research into it. And they just wanted, girls were more in tune with something that looked a little bit more realistic. That's why they did the mini doll. And they also wanted to play with it differently, because minifigs, you really can't, I don't want to say accessorize, but you can't put stuff in your hair. You can't do anything with their hair. It's just.
Well, that's only because you changed the hair. Just change the hair for the figs. But yeah, I get it. They wanted to play. They wanted to storytell more than they wanted
they wanted to
smash cars together.
And so that's what really pushed them. And I kind of give props to Lego trying to understand where they're not having market. Granted, come on, let's. A lot of Ninjago Ninjago, which are, not to say, my daughter used to love Ninjago. She's not into it anymore, and she still loves superheroes in Star Wars, and frequently, exactly, and frequently, she likes to combine Friends and Star Wars and superheroes. But so I kind of made my peace with Friends, and I'm happy that it's bringing in girls that may not have been exposed. The flip side is they really need to start figuring out friend sets that are a little bit less cliche. Like, if we have another pet veterinary, what do you call it? Whatever, the pet shop that they do the pets up with, and all these pet centric princess. They had a whole thing about princess dogs. I'm happy. She's building this water park to me, which I think any kid, boy or girl, would be into a water park, versus let's have a hair salon for dogs. And they've done a lot of that. I really hope they reformat, and not reformat, but keep pushing the sets being sets that, yes, they're a little bit more colorful, and yes, they're a little bit more into this way that, they have found that girls react better with, but still make it not so, how do I say, stereotypical to what a girl would like to do. I mean, Natalie would love if she loves the ship. They made, the big yacht. She loves that yacht. And the new yacht they made was more of a research vessel, and they have a rescue crew. I think that's a great idea. They're not making it into a pleasure cruise. They're making it into something that could look good in a regular Lego city. It's like a rescue yacht. But
how did you feel about the Jungle Adventure?
It's a little cheesy, but she liked it. I think she really just likes the animals, and the fact that they also I like the outfits that they give them. They give them a little bit more, but they give them hiking shorts and stuff, which it's better than always having skirts on. They've gotten better with the clothes. There's a lot more capri pants, shorts, regular pants, versus everyone having skirts. So
I'd like to think that they'll grow up to or grow into something like the corner garage where it has the vet shop, the vet place in the modular building. So they graduate, as it were, into something more mainstream.
A little bit more serious, something that both boys and girls could relate to. I mean, hold on a second. Natalie, hear this? Natalie, this is this is her big present from Santa, was this water park.
There's a nice set. I want that for other reasons.
And there's slides. I think, anybody would like playing. I'd like playing with their.
I want that for my own nefarious reasons.
I will say, I wish they made the mini doll exactly the same height as a minifigure. They're a little.
Yes, that does annoy me.
And also the fact that the minifig doll's legs don't move independently and stuff like that. That's always a little bothersome to me. But I play with minifigs different than girls maybe play with mini dolls. I don't know.
I think it's probably just an engineering. They had to give it up somewhere. So.
But
for me though, go ahead, Maddie.
Oh, if it's anything smaller though, I mean the pieces for those Friends sets or the Friends dolls are very, very small. Could you imagine if they were any smaller?
Well, no. They cross-populate to minifigs. So
I guess that would be true. Yeah.
Yeah, they just made the doll smaller. But for me, someone who's played Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and you look at how elves are supposed to be, the elves theme for Friends was a perfect kind of crossover so that if you were doing and using minifigs and maybe even friends figs as your sig figs for your adventures, you could actually outfit them pretty well and have them representational for your adventures, and even trolls or giants, hill giants like Grog there.
Barry Boyne.
Hey, you're gonna put a beard on that, and that's you, right?
Hey, elves was the best. How did they get rid of it?
Did it not sell well? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know why. I thought it was great. I bought as many of them as I could while I could.
Oh, that was good.
Anyways, that was my long tangent.
So, do you think they would ever make Friends Technic? I don't know. I just want to
Well, why not?
Friends.
I don't think the hatred of Technic is really part of any one gender or orientation. I think I think you just hate Technic.
I don't hate. I hate it.
Just
I
go
can't say
from nerd to super nerd. That's all.
I don't like Technic either.
Me too.
Not a Technic fan.
What happened to the Technic
Why
guy?
do people like Technic?
Oh, the Technic figs?
Yeah, the Technic
Technic
mini
fig.
fig was really cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
they were more in line with the Belleville figs.
If I want my fingers to bleed, I'll learn how to play the guitar.
Not Technic. I got you.
Yeah, that's there.
The Technic figs. If you really look at the Technic fig, by the way, it actually had the most articulation of any figure back in that day. That action figures didn't have ankles that turned and things like that. So the Technic dudes were really cool. They never made a female Technic figure.
Well, that was the thing that I would fight with my brothers over all the time. Was we only had one because he had gotten this giant race car Technic thing, and it came with it back in like 1998 or 99.
Back in the day.
We would fight for it. Oh, because it was so cool because you could move it around. It was big. You could make really big house buildings with it.
That may be something. That's cool.
Funny.
So let me ask you, now I will admit I don't build town, but it seems to me when I go and look at sets in the on the toy aisle or whatever, it seems like the town builds for Friends are a ton better than the system town builds for kids. Do you guys agree or disagree? Or not care like me? I'm just like, oh, look at those, and then I'll go find something else. But
Storefronts are great. Like any of the Friends storefronts, like you can easily pull that out and put that into your own mock. Like I think I saw a waffle shop where I was like, this is so cool. And I had like
Waffle shop.
Yeah, waffle pieces. I think they're doing a good job with like integrating that.
I have waffles. I have waffle pieces thing on there one. I
just like the colors. I think they bring in better colors.
I have the mini waffle.
Chris, where's your futuristic space Waffle House build?
It's in a box over there.
Oh,
It's got a moon-based Waffle House. Awesome.
Yeah, I made a Waffle House. I need to make. I'm planning on, and I was going to do it during COVID. Actually, making a model of the Waffle House we go to all the time, just up the road. But I never finished it. So, but fortunately, oh, thank you. My son brought me coffee. That's nice.
Good job,
How do you think you drink coffee at this time of night?
You're hired.
This decaf.
Where's mine?
I'm
There
sorry.
could be X-Lax in it, Chris. You never know.
Where's my coffee?
But so anyway, I mean, I hope the Friends line does better. Do you guys find it more in clearance and like people reselling online, or because somebody was saying that the value of Friends sets was not increasing like other
That was me. I said that. I saw it with my own eyes. Wait,
Okay.
what?
Go ahead, Matt.
So I resell unopened sets, and while I do I have some Friends sets that have had a nice little markup if I hold on to them for 5 years. It doesn't have the markup that say Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter had. So I would say the increase is not as fast, but it is faster than say City sets.
So, these sets are overpriced. I'm sorry.
I I don't find that in the U.S. there's a huge demand for city. Apparently, it's a huge seller in European markets, but not so much here. So,
Have you seen the cost of the elves?
yes, and
for money.
yeah, I picked up a few elf sets when they got clearanced out at like Walmarts and Targets as the line was fading out, and I posted them on Bricklink, and I noticed that there were very few people listing elf sets, and so I realized that there was like a real scarcity of sets out there, and so I'll be honest, I priced mine very high, and I've sold a lot of them at the high prices because there really was a shortage of supply. Whereas sometimes, I'll look up a set and there's like 5 pages of people selling in the United States, and I'll be like, okay, there's a glut on the market. But elves really exploded in price in a way that I think probably shocked a lot of people.
Well, that's because they were really good sets, and there was such a limited time frame for them. There's like 1-2 year period. That was it.
It was a cool theme.
Yeah, and I like the little minifigs that are the mic. I don't want to call them minifigs or even microfigs because they're that in between where the little bat people.
Yeah,
those were awesome little creatures.
Trolls. We got a whole bunch of them.
I don't know much about those. So the elves just didn't go, oh, that's cool, and I didn't pay much attention to it. So I really didn't know much about it. So
I squandered my opportunity to get as much elves as I could. I really did.
That's kind of a huge regret on my part because there was a lot of elf sets. I have the instruction manuals, but everything has been parted from my cousin's collection. Like it was, all the sets were together, like they were together, but during quarantine, we pulled them apart. So elves and Star Wars and the Harry Potter sets that I pulled apart, definitely then a regret.
Right. So, all right. Let's go, Maddie. You mentioned that did you sell some of your brothers or some of your Lego? Were you doing some of that? Was that?
Yeah. So I actually sold 3 things yesterday on eBay. I sold Star Wars Bionicles. I'm currently selling off all of the Star Wars minifigs that I have. But I've run into some issues with eBay where they're only letting me sell 5 things a month. But money. I don't collect Star Wars, so I'm trying to get rid of the stuff that I don't need or have any use for. And I have like probably 150 Star Wars minifigs just sitting there waiting to be sold. And they're all from Baby Yoda. They're all from the time period of like 2005 to 2010.
Wow.
Have you talked to Epic Bricks on TikTok? You might take them off your hands.
Yeah, I follow him and I've seen a lot of things. He's actually helped me figure out what some of these people are.
Good dude.
But I have this collection of just random guys that I don't know anything about. Oh,
Hodgepodge, yeah.
Yeah, just like a Mod Podge of like helmets with no bodies, like bodies that are put together incorrectly.
You got a Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett got arm printing?
He doesn't have arm printing, but he's just kind of a lost cause because I can't find his head or his helmet.
What's that black and red guy? Can you hold him back up?
Black and red guy.
No,
that's what Bricklink's for.
That guy it's Commander. Is it Cody or is it Gree?
That's Gree. Cody's yellow.
Oh, interesting. And then is this guy a Star Wars guy? Because I have no clue. Maybe that's Iron Man.
That's from the Knights of the Old Republic. That's a Sith trooper.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, noted. And
I
have these helmets. I have a whole bunch of them, but I only have one up here. These ones like Imperial helmets, right?
Yeah, that's Imperial Gunner helmets.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them. So I don't know.
Wait. Hang on, pause. Everybody push your glasses up. Good job, everybody. Nerding out there. Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you for your help. I appreciate that.
I think that red and black guy, though, that's on the front is actually, is it Ant-Man or?
Is it Ant-Man?
You're an Ant-Man.
Well, shiver me timbers, because I saw this Ant-Man helmet and I threw it away. So it must have been his helmet. I swear to God, I saw it and I thought it was like
You throw it
like,
away?
not Lego, and I tossed it.
Oh.
I'm gonna look really quick.
They throw it. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Wow, that was.
In fact,
amazing.
that if it had the red eyes, that was the.
Yeah, it had like red eyes. It didn't look like Lego.
Wait,
Like, that's
listen,
why I got
man, it
rid
was
of it.
nice knowing you.
Put
We'll
her
see
off.
you
Put
later.
her off.
Ew. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, really?
That-
Now that makes
That's I
sense.
think the rarer figure in that Ant-Man set, I think, right? So it's okay. We still love you, and
I hope I can find it. I
But-
don't think I have it anymore though.
my cup is silently judging you right now. So,
Oh my goodness. That makes sense now. Okay, noted.
It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes, Lego. Is.
yeah, was
We'll
it
forgive you.
was it a black helmet, Ant-Man helmet like this?
Let me see. Yes, it was. It was exactly that. Oh my god, that's exactly what it looks like. Because I pictured it in my head. Because I knew the character and what it was, but I could not. No. Oh my
I
God.
threw away a hat that fit to these guys. Yeah, I feel bad about it.
You need to run it through us first before we throw anything away. So
I do now.
I just
That's all right.
I just want to say that her
I'd
hair
say-
her hair is pulled so tight in the back. It looks like she might
somebody
have trouble
getting an
thinking.
echocardiogram on a baby right now. Okay, that noise is going. Go ahead, Matt.
It's too late.
Well, I didn't know what that noise was. All right, anybody got questions for our new friend and our new guest here today?
No, I know her already.
What's your favorite theme?
Favorite theme?
Yeah, you.
Me. Oh. Definitely like the adult creator sets. The Chinese New Year set, or like the Chinese New Year theme, is the newest discovered theme that I really like.
Will you
Okay.
be coming to Adult Fan of Lego convention soon, like Brick Fair?
There's a pandemic, so definitely
No.
not.
I want you to know that we're going to have one in Virginia in August.
Yeah, Rich, there's
And
a
it's gonna
pandemic
happen.
crying out loud.
Even if
August.
it kills us.
I'm coming. I'm going there. I'm going to show up. I don't care if anybody else does.
Show
I'm
up,
gonna
show
kick
out.
you out.
Oh, there you go, right there. The Commander Fox clone is $30 to $40 a minifig.
Wait,
Right there.
is that the red one? This one? This guy?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No.
Well, 'cause
Cha-ching.
my brother had the Captain Rex or something. He was blue and had the skirts
So-
and stuff.
So the lesson here is that you don't throw any Lego away.
But I
throwing-
didn't know the Ant-Man was Lego. Come on.
Yeah, you don't throw anything away without research. There's places you could look.
I trust me. Yes,
Okay.
I
So
have
this
been.
is a learning moment. This is a learning moment.
No, I've
No
had
judgment.
many learning moments with Lego, and that was
Well,
definitely
now you've had
one.
another one. Go to Bricklink, look up stuff. You'll find it. Don't throw it away.
Maddie, all you gotta do is DM me and I'll get it out to the Star Wars heads.
Well, if anyone's interested, I'm willing to get these all off my hands in bulk. Like, I can send you
I
pictures.
give you $1.50. Wait, you give me $1.50 and I'll take them.
Or you can be like one of my followers who's like, can I have that for free? No. No, you can't have it for free.
Oh, you didn't know you have to give them to them for free.
Maddie,
Hey.
Maddie, when I first started sorting for the Brick Bank, there were a whole bunch of like Paradiso pieces and Bellevue pieces that I was sure were not Lego, and now I know I was completely wrong. So
You threw them away?
no, I put them in the not Lego bag, which
Oh.
they were Lego. So, but that was a separate bag. So, but yeah, I was wrong.
That's the lesson that I've learned. I need to keep a separate box, like with these Goodwill boxes that I'm getting coming in, like a separate box to sort into and then go through. Because apparently somebody once found really rare Hot Wheels in their like Goodwill haul. And those actually turned out to be more valuable than the Lego that they were looking for or something.
Red stripe wheels.
There you go.
Red stripe wheels in immaculate condition. Jeff,
We
we knocked
have
on
a
the door.
question from the chat for you, Maddie. What is your favorite classic theme that you wish you were into back in the day?
Oh, I keep coming across it. That weird insectoid.
Oh,
Insectoid. Oh my gosh, they were so goofy. Like nowadays, if I had those sets, I think it would be so funny.
You mean the alien insectoids? I think maybe that color changing part is from that line.
Yeah, that's what it must be. 'Cause I remember my brothers getting those sets and being like, "Those are so cool. I wish I could have one." But
Did
it's
it have a color changing thing? I don't know.
UFO did.
That is the one.
I don't know.
UFO did.
Say it again.
UFO did.
Thank you. One more time.
All right. Anybody? Other questions? Now, this is understand we are able to influence and hopefully not negatively a very new returner to the Lego hobby, and we're excited about that. COVID brought you back to the hobby in a lot of ways, right? So, which is a positive to, if there's any positive that we can find through all this mess, is that we've done Lego internet shows, reconnect with old friends, but we also have new people coming into the hobby. So maybe I tell you what, maybe a word of encouragement to our new friend about the Lego hobby that you would give.
Everybody's sassy, and they really don't mean it.
Besides not throwing away Ant-Man helmets, but
I would say that even if your interest wanes for a little while, just set it aside. An idea will come to you. You'll see a real world object, and you'll go, "Wow, I'd like to make that in Lego." It'll come to you. So we hope that you remain in the hobby, even if you're what's the word I'm looking for? In hibernation for a little bit. You shouldn't leave the hobby. Stay with it. Find some new ways, some new techniques to do things. It'll keep your mind really sharp.
Thank you.
That's good. What else?
Don't worry about what everyone else is doing or how everyone else is building or everyone else's collection. Do what makes you happy. Don't worry about Rick Smith's or Chris's or whoever else or however they build. Just build the way you want to build.
Better be worried about me.
Don't worry about Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Yeah. And don't worry about Jeff making you feel bad about life when he logs off of his birthday show. So,
And just like that, keep building things that are funky and weird.
Yeah, like my set of teeth.
Yeah, I love.
Can you show that?
Yeah, let me go get it really quick. 1 second.
Okay, we'll wait.
I was saying
People like funky and weird.
the monocolor building behind her, the white one. I love that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Who let her in?
I accidentally broke it in transit. Give me 1 second.
Okay, we'll wait.
3 feet. What?
We'll talk to Jeff while we wait. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
What other window were you looking at instead of the chat?
So right now I am playing a video game while I talk to you guys because I can do both.
Love it.
That's super multitasking.
Rick Carnage has the Sonic Stinger. Does it still make the bleepy noise? I remember the bleepy noise in the Sonic and Stinger insect.
You got to make sure the batteries are fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one of those.
He's watching TV.
That's right. All right,
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Awesome.
This kind of came to me in a little his teeth are a little crooked. Let me just straighten them out really quick.
That makes it real.
Fine.
That makes it real. All the crooked teeth.
Little set of teeth.
Oh, I love that.
Tooth.
Got a little bit of overbite.
Got a bad tooth.
Yeah. And the lever broke off. That's what's missing. So you could, once I fix it up again, you can open and close its mouth. So that's it.
I love it.
It's a little weird.
Cool.
My
It's
mom found me
weird.
working on it.
It's weird. It's well done, and I've never seen it there.
So is that like a filling where the white skeleton head is?
Yeah, it's a bad tooth. It's the one
The
with the
bad
cavity.
tooth. I get it. Oh, it's a bad tooth.
And that's the third dad joke of the day. Yay! Good job.
So
What you
the
got,
other
Matt?
thing I would say is You know, it's easy when you first get into the hobby to compare yourself to the very best people because you're on Instagram and they're putting up these amazing, huge piece count sets or, you know, very complicated things. And
13,000 piece cathedral.
You know, I mean, it's like
or some sort of crab ship or something.
But I didn't design the cathedral. Like a 17-year-old Italian guy did. That, you know, I'm like, yeah, this kid designed this amazing cathedral. I'm just following his instructions. But, you know, it's really easy. It's like if you decided to take up singing, you don't compare yourself to Pavarotti. You know, you're not going to be Pavarotti. Be yourself. Learn your growth curve at the beginning. Like if you come back in a year, your techniques are going to be so much better than they are today because you're just going to try new stuff and you're going to learn, and it's exciting, you know. So don't ever get down on yourself by looking at, you know, people who have been doing it for 20 years in some cases and being like, wow, those people, look at what they do. You know, you're at the beginning of somewhat at the beginning of a journey, and we're all learning. So I don't know. That's my advice. Just keep at it. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, just because you can't make a Deep Space Nine that's 3 feet, they're 40 feet wide and 10 feet tall, don't worry about that.
It was only 8 feet wide. Come on now.
Oh, I'm sorry, 8 feet wide and 5 feet tall.
Yeah, that Deep Space Nine is awesome, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be
I
one
mean,
of those things that once my basement's done, I think I'm going to set it up and put it around the corner so I can actually have it on display.
A Defiant to go with it.
I do have a Defiant. It's like this big. Actually, I think it's about this big.
Do you still have the lights in there so it can do party mode?
Oh yeah.
He's actually going to turn it into a pool table. Bumper pool. Remember those octagonal bumper pools back in the 70s?
Yeah.
What he's going to do with it.
My parents had one of those when I was growing up.
Could you suspend it from the ceiling? Your deep space?
No, it's not up. I haven't put it back together yet, but I'm not going to. It's way too heavy for that.
Okay.
But no, it's going to be. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up, and then I'm going to put on my inflatable T-Rex costume and decide whether or not I'm going to wreck it.
Please don't wreck it.
Yes, Monster Crush.
That would be awesome.
What else am I got to do something else with 75,000 Dark Ray bricks. There's something I can do with them instead of leaving them together in a big sculpture thing.
You can make USS Vengeance.
All right. Anybody else got some advice, some sage advice for our new young friend tonight?
Yes, one more thing. I know there's always one more thing. Well, those guys that have been building for 20 or 30 years, like Mark and Richard and basically everyone here but Bricksmith and myself, I think.
I've only been building about 4 years. So.
Okay, so there you go. Don't be afraid to ask us or them for help at all on a project. Chris has helped me out a dozen of times when I've been stuck on something. Mark has too. We are a community, and we might not all agree on some things, and we might not be the best of friends and holding hands and skipping through the field, but we'll always help out with building techniques.
I will always skip through always with everyone, and then I find out later they don't like me. It's fine.
And there's always a new part that will help you create that thing that you want. Apparently, because every 6 months I turn around, there's a new part that I could say, "Oh, I want 20 of those."
Yeah.
Just to do this thing.
Awesome.
I would say don't be afraid to let somebody think what you build is not the most amazing thing, to then say, but here's a way to make it better. Let somebody's critique be even a little rough on you to strengthen you a little bit, and don't take it personally. There have been Lego builders in our growing up that it was very rare to get a compliment out of them, but they would usually make a point of, this is not really good here. You could do this better, and they were correct. It's always not to hear, but it's always will help you be better. So let somebody critique you and critique you well, not somebody who's just being a jerk, but somebody who builds better than you or with a different skill level, but also will say, you know what, this could be better. And don't take that as an offense. Take that as
definitely
be better.
Yeah, definitely respond with how
Yeah.
Right?
Don't
That's what
let
I've
somebody
been
tell you that your
looking
build
for.
is crap and then not
Tell
give an
me.
explanation or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Tell me
how
how
can
it
it be
can be
better?
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then check it out. Sometimes, even if it does do the job better, it may not look the way you want it. So, what do they know? It's your craft. It's your build. It's the way you're making it.
Right.
It is
Yeah.
your
You know,
art. That is also something
yeah, that's
to
right.
remember.
It's your,
I mocked this
It's
up
your
a
art.
minute ago. Pew pew.
What did you make? What did you do?
I mocked this up. This is
Yeah,
a-
you did.
Yeah.
That's great. That's good job.
I love it, Justin. Send it to
I
my
love
house. You have my address now.
That's great.
You should get a job working for Lego.
No.
He's going to be retired.
They eat a lot of fish. They eat a lot of fish in Denmark. It'd be good for you.
I
I heard it's rotten fish.
Mm.
I think
And
I think they call it like pickled or fermented fish.
You call
I
it whatever
could
you want.
Isn't that more of a
Still
Swedish
doesn't sound
thing,
good.
though?
We better be skipping, buddies.
Yeah, I just want to draw attention to this comment because Stever is probably as big as you are, and I really want to see that.
Sounds like a great idea.
I really want to see that visual. That'd be fantastic.
I want
Brick
to
Smith.
see him, Jeff, and Justin all skipping together through a Lego convention hall.
If I make it to Brick Convention in August, I will make sure to search out Julian so that we can go skipping.
I want video or it never happened.
It's fair. Speedos will be optional.
Please.
That sounds like Adam.
Legalize the tables.
All right, guys, we
You mean
are at about
optional?
an hour and 30, and so I think we're gonna start fading out here and cut it here. Maddie, we were so glad that you joined us, and you will always have an invite. You can join us whenever you like. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate the
It
advice.
was nice
too.
meeting you. It's always nice
Yeah.
meeting the other female AFOS.
That's right. That's right. We're excited about that. Oh,
Even if they do throw the wrong Lego away.
That's so cute.
all right.
Yes, I
so,
look forward
Maddie,
to
this
seeing
is
you
your
at
turn.
convention sometime.
This is your turn for a second. Tell us, as old, mostly pasty white guys of Lego, something we can do better to make the hobby better.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, the tables have turned. Oh no.
Old.
Yeah.
Get
I
over
don't
it,
know.
man. Get
I
over
think
it.
you guys are doing a great job because, had it not been for a warm welcome to, kind of join in, like I wasn't really aware of the community and how nice everyone's been. Does that make sense? You guys are doing a great job. So far, you
You'll
guys
see.
have been nice. I don't know.
You'll see.
Give it
Yeah.
time.
We're just nice today. We only put the PG-13 sign up once today. Usually 4 or 5, a little more than that. So
I'm a little
And we haven't razzed Chris about having only one testicle. So
hey, there it is.
Hey, it's the Uniball.
Now that
He's gonna ask me
point
what's
to end the
that
show on
on?
right there.
Yeah.
Classic Jeff.
Jeff,
The great ball
I love you,
contraption,
man.
only with one.
Let's Jeff.
Great ball
Jeff, everybody.
Well, with that, all right, we're going to have a great night. Thank y'all. Make sure you seek out Brick and Mad on TikTok and also on Instagram, and give her some encouragement, some follows. That would be super great. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Have a great night, and wear a mask for crying out loud, and love your neighbor. Bye, everybody.
bye-bye.